developing themselves. This is a challenge to African Union. It's a challenge to European Union. Start indabalizing. This migration that is an ice in the body of humanity is solvable. It is because you have not intellectually indabalized. When you start indabalizing, you find out that these solutions are not far-fetched. They are here with us. They are here with us. So European Union, start intellectually indabalizing. Now, that is all for now. I will speak about Intellectual Indaba, Zambia. Zambia. Oh, Zambia. This is a sad news coming out from Zambia. That Zambia, they have their national broadcasting station, their energy, their powerhouse has been taken over by Chinese because they can't pay their debts. Oh, Africa. This is not Intellectual Indaba. Intellectual Indaba is harnessing and honing the resources of Zambia for Zambians. When you cannot harness and hone the resources of Zambia for Zambians, then that is not Intellectual Indaba. Intellectual Indaba is the ability to harness and hone the human and material resources of Zambia for the good of Zambians. This issue of taking loans, and this loan has been cornered into private purse at the expense of the collectivity of the future of Zambians is a travesty. It's an aberration. This is not Intellectual Indaba. How can China come and take over your economy because you can't pay your debts? It is because you are not indabalizing. So Zambia, start the indabalization. Start the indabalization of your politics, economics, and social lives. As a matter of fact, African Union, the 54 countries in Africa, you have to start indabalizing because Africa is a crying baby on the global stage. This attrition of African glory must stop. And that is why we are saying Intellectual Indaba, African Union, wake up. It's high time we start indabalizing. All the innovators, the inventions, that are needful for Africa. Africans, come out with your inventions and innovations and deliver Zambia and deliver Africa. It's high time we start integrating our own. That's all for now. Zimbabwe. Good news. Intellectual Indaba. The politics is good. The present president of Zimbabwe, that is Emerson, President Emerson. I salute you. But it's not going to stop there. Zimbabwe used to be a glory of the southern Africa, of South Africa. But now Zimbabwe is a shadow of itself. We are challenging you now that you have taken the reins of government from the hand of Robert Mugabe. Mugabe has done a lot good, even though he has his own side of, his own side of, he's a human being because he has his own side of weaknesses. Now that you are now in the fort of government, we want you to intellectually indabalize Zimbabwe so that the economy can come out. Open up the Intellectual Indaba of Zimbabwe. Let Zimbabwe, home and abroad, come together at the Zimbabwe Indaba table and see how the economy will just blow out. Because there are a lot of Indabas from Zimbabwe that can indabalize Zimbabwe. That is all for now. That's an intro. Till further notice. Intellectual Indaba Ethiopia versus Intellectual Indaba Eritrea. This is good news coming out from Ethiopia and Eritrea. These are two brothers that quarreled before, but now they have started coming together. That is a good peace process. Thank you. We want you to step it up. Step up the peace process so that relatives in the borderline of these two countries now, Ethiopia and Eritrea, can start coming together and start crossing the borders to see their family members. That is good. We want you to step it up. The economy of Africa can benefit a lot from this Horn of Africa, Ethiopia and Eritrea. This will now take me down to the Intellectual Indaba of Somalia and Djibouti. Somalia is a shadow of itself. Africa, the Horn of Africa is bleeding. We can do a lot and change all these things. So all the factional leaders in Somalia, please come together at the Somali Indaba table. Let's correct this and move on. Africa must get our acts together. The time has come for Africa to start celebrating global glory. So Somali, Djibouti, the time has come for serious intellectual endeavor. Thank you. Now, I'll be looking at intellectual endeavor, Democratic Republic of the Congo. Yes, your election is coming up in December. That is good news. That is good intellectual endeavor. But with the kind of resources in DRC Congo, rare earth resources, gold, silver, copper, forest resources, timber, and its likes coming out from DRC Congo that the whole world is pillaging. That is not intellectual endeavor. Fighting for the soul of South Africa, of DRC Congo, is not intellectual endeavor. It's high time that the world should start enjoying this intellectual endeavor. DRC Congo, the election coming up in December, let it be an intellectual endeavor election where the rightful winner is announced, and if you are announced as a winner, be magnanimous in victory. If you lose, be magnanimous, be a sportsman in the election of DRC Congo. Manipulation of African resources should stop. African attrition should stop. It's high time that Africa should start indabalizing. DRC Congo, we are calling for intellectual indaba DRC Congo to indabalize DRC. Come together and indabalize DRC. It's high time. This war, this crisis should stop. We need DRC to be in peace and harmony and see how, the future will be in the hand of indabalization. Intellectual Indaba DRC, come up together and start indabalizing. Thank you. Now we're talking about Intellectual Indaba Ghana. I want to thank Nana Akufo-Addo for a good work he's doing. He's one of the strongest leaders in Africa. Intellectual Indaba Ghana is strong as per political leadership, but we want more to be done. We are not saying that you should be resting on your oars. We are challenging you to step it up. To step it up. There is poverty on the streets. There is poverty on the streets. Infrastructural decay is an aberration. As is affecting Nigeria, the same thing is there in Ghana. And this issue of African jollof rice, Nigerian jollof rice, Ghana jollof, that is very funny. It's not correct. It shouldn't be holding our African fraternity. That is not indabalization. All Ghanaians versus Nigerians quarreling over the social media about jollof rice. That is very funny. It shouldn't be it shouldn't be things that we should be discussing on social media. We should be discussing Indaba, intellectual Indaba, how to move Africa forward. So Ghana, we are challenging you to step up your indabalization. We want to see Ghana as a place where every African can come. Recently, Nigerians have been arrested in Ghana. So President Akufo-Addo, we are challenging you to indabalize Ghana, to indabalize the Africanness, to indabalize humanity in Ghana. Nigeria have been harassed. Our fellow Nigerians doing business in Ghana, they have been harassed. Recently, they were in ECOWAS in Abuja protesting. It's not correct. We talk about ECOWAS and free entry, free movement. As a matter of fact, this book, you see, Equation Science, October 7th to November 2007, I was in Ghana. I organized this book, I composed this book in Ghana. To tell you that Ghana, I spent about 6 weeks plus in Ghana arranging this book you are seeing today as equation science. So Ghana, you have come a long way. You have a hand in this book. So you should start indabalizing, the Africanness. When you are harassing Nigerians, that is not intellectual indaba. Honing and harnessing humanity is intellectual indaba. So we are challenging you Ghanaians to stop harassing Nigerians. And you Nigerians in Ghana, you should be law-abiding. No hanky-panky. Indabalization is doing the right thing, stepping out from corruption, no harassment, no fraud, no 419. Be hardworking and be indabalizing. When you are cheating, that is not indaba. Intellectual indaba is harnessing, honing the human resources for the good of all. So when you're doing your business in Ghana, you should be indabalizing. That's all for now. Intellectual indaba, Yemen. Yemen is bleeding. Oh dear. Humanity. Middle East. Saudi Arabia. Iran. Iraq. We are calling on you to indabalize Yemen. The war of attrition going on in Yemen is not good for the body of humanity. We are challenging the surrounding nations, Saudi Arabia, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, indabalize this beautiful Arab nation, Yemen. The crisis must stop. Humanity is bleeding. We are challenging all the Arab nations to come together to indabalize Yemen so that peace can return, and so that at the end of the day, Yemen will now start enjoying intellectual indaba, where you are harnessing and honing humanity for the good of all. When thinking Yemenis, thinking Yemenis are changing Yemen. Thinking, Arabians, changing the Arab nation. That is intellectual indaba. As it is now, crisis is not intellectual indaba. Bring your act together for the good of humanity in Yemen. So we're challenging the surrounding Arab nations to indabalize Yemen. And all the factions should come together at the Yemen Indaba table. Thank you. Now, I'll be talking, the last, not the least, is for today as an intro to live broadcast, is Intellectual Indaba South Sudan. We were very happy when we saw the peace process in South Sudan that broke out from Sudan itself. Riek Machar. The fighting in South Sudan, you have already started the peace process. Thank you. But we need it. We need you to step up your intellectual endeavor. Harnessing and honing the peace process of Southern Sudan for the good of all. We want you to take it up, to go beyond what you have done to the next level. That is the place of Intellectual Indaba, South Sudan. South Sudan need this peace. South Sudan need this peace. When you were given your independence 2012, that was July 2012, right? Yes. That was about 6 years ago. We were very happy everywhere, all over the world. We were clapping that South Sudan has gotten independence from Sudan. But not quite long, you started fighting among yourself. The president and the vice president enter into factions. Now that you are coming together, Sylvia Kiir and Riek Machar, take your peace process to the place of the Indaba table. Indabalize South Sudan, because Africa need your peace. Because your peace is integral to the collective peace of African Union, of Africa as a whole. Africa needs the peace of South Sudan, because a displeasure in South Sudan is a displeasure all over Africa. And a displeasure in Africa is a displeasure all over the whole world. You can see that it's a system. It's a system. Any shake in any part of this place, it will resonate across the entire world. This equation is very monumental. Any shake in any part of this part called man, it will resonate across. So an insecurity in South Sudan is an insecurity in Africa. An insecurity in Africa is an insecurity all over the whole world. So the peace of South Sudan is integral, is germane to the peace of Africa. So we are now calling on South Sudan to indabalize at the Indaba table of South Sudan. So now, take that peace process to the next level. Come now to the South Sudan Indaba table. South Sudan is Intellectual Indaba. So we are challenging you, Rick Machar and Silver Care, to come together to indabalize South Sudan, because we are looking forward to having free entry, free exit. I can just come to South Sudan, come and enjoy myself with my family. Yes, I want to come and, meet and harmonize, indabalize with my fellow Africans there. I shouldn't be coming to South Sudan with fear and trepidation. So South Sudan, Silver Care and Rick Machar, please take this Indaba that you have started to the next level. Come now to South Sudan Indaba table. Put every differences, integrate, hold and harness the human resources and the material resources of Sudan for the good of Sudanese. South Sudanese, thank you. So, as it is now, it is at this juncture I will bring this live broadcast to a closure. But before I leave, I want to thank you all in Nigeria and across the world. Some person says, we want to see, we don't know you. This is me. This is me you are seeing. I am Onoja Yakubu Ako, the pioneer of equation science. You see, equation science, I pioneered it. That was 28 years ago. And we are presently doing what you call GoFundMe $5 million fund to distribute this book across universities all over the world and plant 2 pilot centers of academic chair of equation science in the university in Nigeria and 1 in America here as, like I said, pilot centers to kickstart the implementation, the adoption, and the application of equation science as it were in global affairs. This book is a 520-page book. You can see it's very big. It's very big. It's a pioneered work. It's first of its kind in the world, equation science, from Africa to the world. Then, when I came to America here, we established WEO, World Equation Organization, occupied to operate for peace. Is a non-profit. The arm that is working together with Intellectual Indaba to drive new shifting paradigm. I didn't say paradigm shift. Paradigm shift is a conventional mentality. I said shifting paradigm, where we are taking the world to a new place called the place of Intellectual Indaba. I have shown you my own Indaba, my own Intellectual Indaba, right? This is my own Intellectual Indaba. To tell you that for me to be Indabalizing, I must have done my own part. This is my own Intellectual Indaba. This Indaba cost me 28 years, but God has been very faithful. You see it, this is good. I want to thank you. I want to thank my wife, Victoria. I know you're watching me. Afe, I know you guys should be sleeping, I don't know. Abucha, Anawojo, my boys. Daddy will see me to YouTube very soon, right? Good. I want to thank my parents, my siblings. I want to thank my in-law. They have been very good to me. Pa James Aldu, thank you, sir. My mama, my mother-in-law, Mama, all I know, Miaba Ameli. All right, I want to thank my pastor, Reverend Isaac Komolafe, my daddy in the Lord, who has been very, behind me. Is the northern regional, coordinator of Foursquare Church movement in Nigeria. The Lord bless you, sir, Reverend Isaac Komolafe. And Mama Komolafe, I agree to Foursquare movement in Area 3, Gerki. Hello. All right. The Dynamis family in Lokoja, Pastor Joseph Obey, I appreciate her. Hello. Okay, the Cornerstone Family Church. Wow. Reverend Iwalome and family, the Cornerstone family. Hello. The Lord bless you. Thank you for your support for my family, my wife and children. Appreciate. I cannot thank you enough. I want to thank my sister-in-laws, Mama G, Sister Joy, Mama Hilary, Joel, Esther. Thank you all for your support to my wife and children. I thank you all for you have been so faithful, so supporting to my wife and children in Nigeria. Very soon we shall be together, and I thank you for your support. The Lord bless you all. I want to thank my friend in Lokoja, Reverend Fedoje Amodu, my good friend in UEC, the UEC family, Bible Church, Kubwa, Boso, Ahelo. I want to thank my friends across Nigeria. Indaba, Intellectual Indaba, form yourself, you in Nigerians. Come together, form yourself as Intellectual Indaba and start honing and harnessing the Nigerian resources for the good of Nigeria. There are inventors.